Hello everyone, welcome to the Beer Garden. This week, along with myself, Sarah, Steve, and Joe will be with me to previewing the Wednesday's race card at Happy Valley. This Wednesday will be quite special because there is the only group races for the whole racing season in Hong Kong at Happy Valley. That is the Group 3 January Cup. We will also mention about this race after our Triple Trio selections. So maybe let's start with the Triple Trio. The first leg will be in race 5. It is Class 4 over 1650 meters. Sarah, which one do you like?
I like the 3 here, Dr. Winning. I think he's looking for back-to-back, off a really nice win on December 22nd at Happy Valley. I think the barrier draw is really what struck out for me with this horse, as I think it's going to favor him quite a bit, as he really does perform best with the middle to kind of your interior draws here. And he's just been improving quite a bit. So I think he's a tough horse to compete with here.
Yeah, right. Number 3, Dr. Winning, will be ridden by Alexis Badal. This horse is trained by the currently on fire trainer, John Size, and he will be seeking for a back-to-back win on Wednesday. And Steve, how about you? Who do you like?
I went for number 11, Viva Popcorn, drawn 9, Joe Moreira. I'm hoping it's significant that Joe Moreira actually moves off the other horse there, Dr. Winning. I picked Dr. Winning to win last time, but he has probably had the choice of both this time, and he went for Viva Popcorn. So I'm hoping he's as good a tipster as he is a jockey. But it's an interesting race, isn't it? Connections clean with Jerry Chow on the class dropping Total Power. And we've also got Viva Hunter. He was successful from barrier 12 on the International Jockeys Night under Holly Doyle, but he has to do exactly the same thing. He's in barrier 12 again with Derek Lung on board. And also Free Fall, a nice horse that I backed a few times this season. He couldn't take advantage of barrier 1 last time. He's back to barrier 10, a bit more tricky now under Matthew Poon. But for me, hopefully Viva Popcorn can win, make it his second win in Hong Kong.
Yeah, race 5 seems quite an open race, and number 11, Viva Popcorn, Joe Moreira will be riding on this horse again, and hopefully he can show some great turn of foot on Wednesday. And Joe, how about you? Who do you like?
I actually took one that's I'm hoping that gets right back into form, and that is Via Fion, number 5. They are on the A course, so there's going to be a lot more space, but he has drawn number 1, so I'm hoping that he'll take the pole position to his advantage. But Via Fion, he's a closer, so he's going to try to come from the back, and I know he's tried to nab horses way too late, so I'm hoping that this time around he'll get the job done in this race.
Yes, number 5, Villa Fion, will be ridden by Karis Teaton. Karis knows about the horse very well, and he also partnered with this horse with some good result this season. So I also think that he's having quite a good chance tomorrow. And for me, I will go for the class dropper, number 1, Total Power. That Steve just mentioned about him, that he's a class dropper, but his performance were not bad in class 3, especially over this distance. So this time he is back from Chong Fa, just like last season that Total Power also scored a winner, dropping to class 4, that time also with Jerry Chow on board. So this time seems that everything just like the preparation for his winning last time out. So hopefully he can also win again, dropping to class 4. So to sum up the first leg of the Triple Trio race 5, Sarah goes for number 3, Dr. Winning. Steve likes number 11, Viva Popcorn. Joe likes number 5, Villa Fion, and I will go for number 1, Total Power. And then let's jump to the second leg of the Triple Trio. Race 6, it is a class 3 over 6 furlong. Sarah, which horse do you like?
I like the 6, A Smile Like Yours, coming off, back-to-back wins. We'll see if he can string 3 wins together. My only concern here with this horse is he is breaking with quite a bit of speed around him, and this horse has the tendency to want to head to the lead, which he can't, and he's proven that when he does that, he does not win. So Borges is really going to have to hold him back and just sit, late mid-pack there, because really in the stretches where A Smile Like Yours makes his move for the win. So that's my only concern here with him. But I just think it's been a strong horse, and really following this horse the last half of last year was really impressive to see how this horse has been improving and, trying out the class 3 yet again. I think he's going to be in great form.
Yes, definitely. Number 6, A Smile Like Yours. This horse is always mentioned in our show because we definitely see him to become more and more consistent this season. He will be ridden by Victor Borgens on Wednesday night. And Steve, how about you? Who do you like?
Well, I do like A Smile Like Yours. I'm just wondering now if he's trying to bite off more than he can chew. He's up in weight again. He's going for the hat trick. It's asking more of him. And it's also interesting that Moreira, who's been on him the last twice, jumped ship, comes off a John Size horse and decides to go into Astrologer. So I'm hoping that works out. Astrologer number 3, he's drawn 4, a nice draw. And of course, you can forget he was 133 to 1 when he beat his more fancied stablemate Harmony Fire. Well, the last time he was 6th on the International Jockeys Night behind the progressive Elon. He was 6th that night. It was a good run. He didn't actually have much luck that day. And but he sticks out the 1200 metres. I think he has a very good chance. And hopefully Moreira can get him home. Interesting race. I think Stock Legend's a nice horse. But Moreira has been on board for 3 out of his 4 wins, so he goes especially well for Joe Moreira. And Spontaneous is a nice horse. He was a 3-time course and distance winner last season, but I think we'll see him win again when he steps back down into Class 4 company, and I think that will be happening soon. But for me, Astrologer with Joe Moreira once again.
Yes, in race 6, Joe Moreira chose to be on board on number 3, Astrologer. This horse is trained by Douglas White, currently quite consistent over this course and distance. And Joe, how about you? Who do you like?
I'm going to take a really, really big chance on this horse because he's a big long shot according to the odds, and that is $31. And that's going to be the 7 Royal Campbell. He's had a really, really good form in Victoria and Australia, and had 2. He never got anything under a third, so he got a first and a second. Now his last 2 runs in Hong Kong were really terrible, but now he's trialing well. He's gonna be off a 12-month layoff, so he's gonna be off a year. And then hoping that he gets at least a decent run second up, maybe getting first, second, or third. The other interesting thing about him is that he's going to have a hood on and the tongue tie comes on and then the cheek pieces come off. So I think it's an interesting equipment change, and Matthew Poon getting 2 kilos off of him. He is going to be the speed in the race, and if he could hold up that speed, I think that he's going to shock everybody. So I'm hoping that will happen with Royal Campbell.
Yes, Joe's value bet here. Number 7, Royal Campbell will be returned after a long break. And recently, he just won a barrier trial. So I also think that he is quite fit currently. Hopefully, he can have quite good result with such a huge price. And for me, I will also go for number 3, Astrologer. Just as Steve just mentioned, that last time out on the IJC night, he also performed quite well under Yuga Kawada. And then this time, Joe Moreira will be on board. I really like his barrier trial last Tuesday. That was really impressive because this horse could lead from a middle gate and then kept on to score. That was really impressive to me, and I also think that this horse is also improving. So Joe Moreira on board, that make me feel more confident. So I will also go for number 3, Astrologer. So in the second leg of the triple trio, race 6, Sara goes for number 6, A Smile Like Yours. Steve and I also like number 3, Astrologer. And then Joe will have his value bet here. That is number 7, Royal Campbell. And then we move to talk about the final leg of the triple trio. Race 7, it is a class 2 race, also over 6 furlong. Sara, which horse do you like?
I like the 3 Kerpenny with Vincent Ho aboard. He's been improving quite a bit. The last 2 races out, he was running at 1,000 meters. So another stretching him back out to the 1,200, which he hasn't raced since October, but that shouldn't be an issue at all. I think the 1,200 meters is really where this horse performs best at. He's another horse. I think the barrier draw really benefited him. He does much better on those interior draws, and how I see the race really pacing out as he's just going to stalk the leader, and then come the stretch, he's really going to have a great turn of foot, and Vincent Ho will hopefully get him home.
Yes, right. Number 3, Kerbany will be jumping from gate 1. I also think that this horse can take advantage of this good draw. He will be ridden by Vincent Ho on Wednesday. And Steve, who do you like here?
Well, I've picked so many Joe Moreira horses tonight. I'm actually relieved not to have him here. I went for California Rad after barriers this season of 13, 12, 11, 9 and 10. Gate 7 will feel like a real draw for him this time under Alexis Bedell. He's a nice horse. He was a bit disappointing last time, but he's run well in defeat from difficult barriers all season, hoping he can come back to form and take this. Kirpin's interesting as Sara. It's a really likeable horse. Very, I think, one race in Ireland, I think, and then he came over here. Lovely horse. He's up £3 for a narrow defeat by We the South. I'm hoping I might catch him out, I'm not sure. And there's also Igniting. He dropped in class to win last time. Now he's up in class again. And also Jerry Chow rides Kaying Master. Now he's badly drawn in 11, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if he made the frame because he's a really nice horse. But for me, California Rad.
Yes, right. Number 5, California Red. He is quite a strong horse. He can have good result over Charene, Turf, also the all-weather track and Happy Valley as well. This time jumping from gate 7, I think that he can stay in a very good position and he has a really good chance to win on Wednesday. And Joe, who do you like here?
I went towards the bottom. I chose number 11, Santanta. Karis Teeton. Oh my God, there's a lot of T's and K. Anyways, Karis Teeton gets the ride. He's gonna make his local debut in Hong Kong. He's had good form in Queensland, Australia as a 3-year-old. So now he's up here. He's a 4-year-old. So he gets that. He gets to race as a 4-year-old against this group of horses. I think that with the Queensland form, he looked really good. He's drawn a lot of great barriers over there and ended up winning off of those great barriers. So I think that if he gets close to the pace, I think he could run him out. If he doesn't get too close, if you see him too far back, I don't think so. So I think if Karis could ride him really close to the front, then I think he has a chance. So I'm going to take another chance at a $12 shot in Santanta.
Yes, number 11, Santanta, will make his debut in Hong Kong on Wednesday. He has quite good form in Australia, and his pedigree, he is the full brother to the Group 1 winner, Merchant Navy. So just keep an eye on this debutant. And for myself, I will go for number 7, Kaying Master. He will be ridden by Jerry Chow, and I think that he is still a fast horse with quite consistent gate speed. Hopefully, he can overcome the wide gate because gate 10 this time will be a bit tricky for him. Just hopefully he can have some breakthrough with Jerry Chow on board because of the weight allowance. And also I quite like his barrier trial on 23rd of December at Chung Fa. It was quite nice along with Jaboski. These two horses also have quite a good barrier trial on that day. So hopefully Kaying Master can overcome the wide gate. I will go for number 7, Kaying Master. So to sum up the final leg of the triple trio in race 7, Sara likes number 3, Kirpin. Steve will go for number 5, California Red. Joe likes the debutant, number 11, Santanta, and I will go for number 7, Kaying Master. And we just mentioned about the triple trio, and at the beginning of our show, I just mentioned that the January Cup, the only group race at Happy Valley in Hong Kong, will be held on this Wednesday. So maybe we all can also talk a bit about this race. And so in race 4, the January Cup, it is a Group 3 over 1,800 meters. Sara, which horse do you like here?
I like the 579. This is an incredible field, a very tough field. It was really hard to pick a horse without really hitting an all button in this race, but I'm taking a shot here with Savvy 9. He's had 2 back-to-back third place finishes at Happy Valley at this 1,800 meter, and he's been racing against tough company. I mean, he ran in a Group 2 back in November, came in 6th. You know, Kaying Star was also in that race. In November he raced a 1,800 meters at Happy Valley, getting 3rd to Zabrowski, which is another horse in this field. It was really tough to pick a horse, but I think with how he's been working, how he's been running this race, I think he's really just set to finally get a win under his belt here. And he just seemed to really improve quite a bit in the last time out. Seemed to really find his footing, which I think is going to really improve much now going into his 5-year-old career. I really hope that his jockey really sits this horse mid-pack, because he's another horse that if you let him go too much, he just kind of gets out of control and then fades really in the stretch. But I think he's set up perfectly in this race. I'm excited to see he's coming against a lot of common competition who he's raced against before. So let's see how he does here.
Yes, number 5, Savina is the defending champion, and recently he also have some good form over Happy Valley over this course and distance. I'm also quite looking forward to him. And Steve, who do you like in the January Cup?
I went for number 6, Zabrowski, drawn 3, Joe Moreira on board. I mean, a lot of these horses have a lot on at the weights, don't they? Because of Kaying Star. A lot of these horses are running out of the handicap, so they're carrying more than they would normally. But Zabrowski is one of the few in the race who's actually progressing. He looks like a progressive horse. And he's only won from 6th this season. That's really a very poor reward for some fantastic runs. He should really probably be 3 from 6. He's been an unlucky horse, really, sometimes. Hopefully, Zabrowski can improve enough to actually overcome his weight disadvantage. Kaying Star will arrive through the gates at Happy Valley thinking, I've been here before somewhere, but it's been a long time, because it's way back in 2019 that he was last here. So that'll be interesting. But for me, yes, hopefully Zabrowski can be the one to win the Group 3 handicap.
Yes, number 6, Zabrowski will be ridden by Joe Moreira. I think that this horse is quite in form recently. Hopefully he can have some good result on Wednesday. And Joe, how about you? Which horse will you go for?
I'm going to give him one more chance, and that is Kaying Star, number 1. Look, his run in the Sasa Ladies purse was really good against Torbjörn Diamond, a beat reliable team who was on the lead and just sat off of him and almost won. Then the second time around in the grade 2 or group 2, couldn't catch reliable team. Reliable team put him to sleep. And then the last race, Love's Only You, we won't get into that. But yeah, I think Kaying Star, they've tried so many different things with him, like going up in distance. Now he's going to go back to Happy Valley. That's my main concern. I'm not concerned about the weight just because he's won, or he's been close with the weight, and he's won on the top weight before, and he certainly is the class of the race. But you know, I think if they're going to try all these different things, I'm hoping that tomorrow will be the time that they finally figured out that maybe Kaying Star likes Happy Valley. So I'm going to try Kaying Star, number 1.
Right, number 1, Kaying Star. He will be carrying the top weights, but he is the highest rated horse in this field. And also, I think that maybe this horse, this race, the pace will be a bit slow, so maybe favorable for the leader, Kaying Star, and also reliable team in number 2. And for myself, I will go for number 6, Zabrowski as well, and he will also be my best bet, because I think that currently he is quite fit, quite on form. He just won a barrier trial at Chongfa, so this time ridden by Joe Moreira, I also think that he is having quite a good chance to win the January Cup on Wednesday. So let's move to our favorite park, that is the best bet, powered by Racequant on Wednesday at Happy Valley. Sarah, which is your best bet?
My best bet comes in race 2, the class 4 Kingston handicap over 1,200 meters. I'm going to go with 5, Sight Hero, with Karis Teton in the irons. This horse is just, he's something else. You really watch his replays of the past few races. He's really been improving, really coming in at his best form, I believe. He's coming in off a tight 3rd place finish last time out at Happy Valley, in which he was, came in 3rd to Flying Ace and Exponential, which we saw those horses before, and they're just as great. And then in November, came in 3rd to A Smile Like Yours, who we're going to see in race 6 compete at a class 3 level. I just feel like this horse has been really trying, really improving. I'm interested to see how he's going to do again at this 1,200 meters at Happy Valley. Shouldn't have an issue here. I think you're going to get quite a surprise out of his race.
Yes, number 5, Sight Hero in race 2. He is quite a consistent horse, always show a really good turn of foot. And currently, the price, he is the favorite, 3.1. He will be ridden by Karis Teton on Wednesday. And Steve, how about you? What is your best bet on Wednesday?
I went to race number 3, number 2, Tornado Phantom, drawn 8 with Joe Moreira. I thought both class droppers were interesting. There's My Ecstatic, and there's also my selection, Tornado Phantom. I just think that the selection has got a bit more class. He's a classy horse. He's had 2 runs at longer 1,400 meters, but if you look at his form last year, he was a winner at 1,200, and he was also second on his second start to California Spangle. And look how good that horse is now. So when he won very impressively last time. So I'm hoping Tornado Phantom can win. I think My Ecstatic will run well. He ran well behind Special M last time from a very bad draw. And Exponential, poor old Exponential, runner-up the last 4 times, just can't get a win. And Happy Gathering might go well, but I expected a better run last time. He was only 4th that day. So hopefully Tornado Phantom can win 3rd up this season under Joe Moreira.
Yes, Steve's best bet on Wednesday. Race 3, number 2, Tornado Phantom. He is a class dropper. He is very competitive in class 4. Also, moving back to 6 furlong would be quite good for him. And currently, he is the favorite with the price 3.2. And then how about you, Joe? What is your best bet?
I'm gonna take the last race on the card, the lucky last, Saving Kingman, number 3, who is ridden by Blake Shin. Now, it's interesting because João Moreira actually had the mount a whole bunch of times, and he's won a whole bunch of times with Moreira, but hasn't won with Shin yet, and almost beat Taichi Monster, who Joe Moreira is on, but has to give out 3 kilos. So I'm thinking that with Blake Shin, and I think that if there's other 2 speedballs in the race, I think Savvy Kingman could have something to run at the end. Normally he would be on the speed and just barely lost by 0.3 length. So I think Savvy Kingman is going to be a pretty good bet, especially for $6.90. That's actually not bad for Savvy Kingman in the last race. So I'm going to go Savvy Kingman.
Yeah, Joe's best bet. Race 9, number 3, Savvy Kingman will be ridden by Black Sheen again and moving back to 1,800 meters on Wednesday. Currently, the price is 6.9, quite a good price. And for myself, my best bet on Wednesday at Happy Valley will be in race 4, number 6, Jaworski, ridden by Joe Moreira. Because we just talked about the January Cup, it is a handicapped Group 3, so maybe the weight will be a main factor in this race. And tomorrow, Jaworski will be carrying just 150 pounds, which is quite good. So I think that Jaworski will have quite a good chance to win the January Cup on Wednesday. So to sum up our best bet powered by Racequant, for Sara, that is race 2, number 5, Sight Hero. For Steve, that is race 3, number 2, Tornado Phantom. For Joe, that is race 9, number 3, Savvy Kingman. And for me, I go for race 4, number 6, Jaworski. So how about our value bet? Sara, what is your value bet?
My value bet comes in race 8, which is the class 3 Cleveland handicap over 1,200 meters. Going with 4, You're My Everything. I know we've talked about this horse on our show before, but what really intrigued me is we got Moreira and the irons. Huge benefit there. He had incredible talent in his debut here in Hong Kong. Then they tried him again at the 1,200 meters where he placed 4th and then stretched him out to 1650, which really is, proven it wasn't quite his distance, little too long for him there. I think the barrier draw is really going to help and really benefit this horse as he's jumping from barrier 6. So I'd like to see him back at this 1,200 meter. I like that drop. I think it's really gonna, as a horse, at least shake him up a bit to have him feel out where and how he needs to perform over the track. And I think Moreira is just going to do a fantastic job with him.
Yeah, Sarah's value bet, race 8, number 4, You Are My Everything. Good draw and good jockey on board on Wednesday. Quite a good chance to win. And Steve, will you have your value bet in the same race?
Yes, we go head-to-head here. It's quite an exciting race here at the Cleveland Handicap. I thought it was a fantastic race. 6 of these, actually, half the field ran in the Turn Handicap last month, and Family Folks won from the runner. I went here for Good Luck, Good Luck. He was 5th in that race, and he's number 7. He's drawn 4 under Derek Lung, and his form this year, 6.66, 6.5. He's been running very well, just not quite hitting the target. But I'm just hoping that, I think his track position's good. He's always kind of up there prominent, and I'm hoping he can sort of be there when it counts. I did think that You My Everything had a great chance. I'm just wondering if he's more of a 1,400 horse these days. I don't know. And I also thought he might be arriving too late, and so might Family Folks, and so might the runner. So I was kind of hoping that Good Luck would be in the right place at the right time. Spare a thought for Harmony and Home, drawn 11, 11, 12 and 12 this season. When the barrier gods are against you, they're against you. But for me, yes, good luck, good luck.
Yes, for Steve's value bet also in race 8, number 7, Good Luck, ridden by Derek Leung. Currently, the price is $13. I think that recently he always finished close over his course and distance, and hopefully he can have quite a good chance from jumping from gates 4 on Wednesday. And Joe, how about you? What is your value bet?
Value bets in race 6, the number 7 Royal Campbell. As you mentioned while we were talking about Royal Campbell, he has had a trial over at Sha Tin. When he trialed at Chung Fa back before his 2 other races last year, around this, or actually in December, he trialed well too. He had a 2nd and a 5th and then a 2nd, and then now he's had a 1st. He won a really, really slow ridden trials. Like, I took forever for him to get home, but none of the other horses were doing anything. So, but he trialed against Nervous Witness and also Hot King Prawn, a lot of the big name horses. So I think as what Charene said, he's going to be pretty fit for this race. I think if he could hold him off, he'll be okay. And even if you catch maybe a 2nd or a 3rd on him, you'll get about 6.7 on the place line. So yeah, Royal Campbell for me.
Yeah, for Joe's value bets in race 6, one of our triple trio, race 6 number 7, Royal Campbell. Currently, the price is quite huge, $31. And I also think that after resuming from a long spell, he also have quite a good chance in race 6. So keep an eye on him. And for myself, my value bet is in race 5, number 1, Total Power. Class drop with a good gate this time, gate 4, and also a good jockey, Jerry Chow on board with to take out some weight. That would be quite beneficial for him. So I hope that race 5, number 1, Total Power can also win when he is dropped into class 4, just like last season. So I would my value bet will be race 5, number 1, Total Power. So that's the end of our show. Thank you for watching. Actually, our tips just covered 8 of the 9 races on Wednesday at Happy Valley. Hope you enjoy our show. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.